Hi, good evening. It's been long that I'm not doing these sessions. Hi, Sridhar. Hi, Shri. Hi, Pushkar. Hi, Nagesh. Hi, Surya. Good evening. All right, so I'm starting from a very clean plate. I picked up all the tickets which I had from the list and from the people. And I'll start. I'll clear up entire sheet so that we do not have any previous data and we do not have any lag. So I'm going to be running this ES first. So ES, if you see, let me just these are ES candles. And if you see right here, it's kind of taking support here, 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 and here. Right now, 41.53. Why I'm choosing 41.53? Because this was the area in the past where it was finding some level of resistance. Now it is acting as a support here. And my candles are Heikin-Ashi, so they are telling me the trend. One interesting thing in the trend is we are well below. The trend became negative right here, 46.70, when the 34 EMA crossed over the 12 EMA. And since then, there's only 2 occasions where we are able to successfully have a closing above the 34 EMA. Otherwise, we are still struggling to cross it. We are still struggling to breach this 12 EMA. One interesting thing, even after all this, we are going down. There is not a relief bounce which is coming. That relief may come based on the Fed commentary on Wednesday afternoon, or they may be a run into that Fed meeting. That is a very high possibility. And because we are holding this 41.50 area, and this line was there for some time now, and these are all Heikin-Ashi candles on the daily. If I convert this into a 30-minute candle, you see it's again, it came to 41.53 multiple times, tested it, and now it's kind of holding it. It's not leaving that base. So if we lose 41.50, 41.40 area, there will be no positivity back, because once we lose 41.50 area, we're going all the way back to 4100, which is this green dotted line, the last support area. Let me use an addition. This was the last support area, and then this one, which is around 40.25. So 41.50, 41.40 is really important area. And we need to cross 42.50 first. If we do that, we might have some possibility to test 43.80, which is a 23 Fibonacci right here. So overall trend is negative, but if you have to be sure on the negative side, we want 41.50 to break. So overall trend is short. Sell below 41.35. Stop loss will be 41.50. Target will be 4100 and 40.25. I'm just taking it like 60% conviction. 41.50 breaks and we are going down. So we need to make sure that if you are making a trade, 41.50 is not broken if you are long. If you are short, then you can carry on shorting any ticker which is looking at weak or breaking those levels, and then go short on that. On the neutral side, I'll be taking 4150 as my stop loss to go long, and I'll be buy above 4180. As 4180 is another area where it has struggled a lot. This is 4180 area, right? This. It has seen some serious pressure on 4180 area. Now, if we recapture that, then we have possibility to move towards 42, 48. 42, 48 and 42, 40, 42, 60. That's a really, really hard area to cross. You see, let me convert them into normal candles just to give you, see right here. First thing, we're coming all the way top, and this is the first dodgy, I would say, we are seeing as of now. So if in the overnight session we are able to hold 4150 and we are able to breach above 4180 area, which is this line right here, if we are able to breach, look at the importance here. It opened here, the low was 4186. Here it was 4186 open, the low was 4189. So 4185, 86 is a really, really good area to give you a confirmation that yes, market has some strength or some legs to go up. So if you want to buy, that will be a confirmation, buy above 41, 80 or 85. It's a range. If you want to take, you can consider that. Stop loss will be 4150 for sure. And target will be 4248, 4260. I also wanted to take a middle target of 4235 because it struggled a lot right here. If you see, even in the past, right at the zone 4225, 4235, it has struggled a lot. But looking at the candles, I don't see any middle point right now. So if we break above 4185, that will be a plus point for the bulls to rally into the Fed meeting. And if we break this 4260, I think we will see some level of serious buying going into Fed meeting. 4260 is a really, really make or break level for the bulls. 4150 breaks, end of story for bulls. SPY will come test the gap of 400. ES will test about 4000. So no need to go long on the break of 4150. NQ, and again, all these levels are from June futures. Nothing is from March futures. In case of NASDAQ, 12,963, it is really important area. Right now, everything is well outside of the regression channels. Even if I do some things, it will not fall. So I may need to derive a new regression channel from top to bottom, but that will make it so cluttery that it's not easier to read, but I have to do it. So let me just cancel the right extension for now. So it was right here. So I'm taking another regression channel right from 16,767 and bringing it down. So if you look on the regression channel, it struggled right here. It is coming to a trend line like 13,500, which is around the 12 EMA, is a confirmation for the bulls that yes, there is still some strength in the tech stocks. As of now, no. If we lose this important area, 12,963, which is about 200 points, 120 and 40, 160 points away, in that case, if it loses, in that case, it's going to go down much lower. That comes around 12,500. So 1290,963 is a neutral territory for. So buy above. Let me just check the levels. This was the open case. And I'm just following the piercing principle that if my candle breaches the middle of this big candle, I would turn into a bullish side. So 13,180, I want to go long. Stop loss is huge, 12,965, and target is also huge, 13,400 and 13,550. I'm giving 40% to it because it needs to hold 13,180 area. On the short side, you might short it with a stop loss of 13,180. First target will be 12,965 and then 12,500. It's 60% short, and you can sell near 13,100. 1380, 13,100 is a good area to short. Triple Q. Triple Q today broke, like if I remove the volume for now. See, the previous channel was done. Now this channel is also going down. So I need to change the channel and delete it. I need to do the same thing from 408, come back down. 315, or like in last two occasions, it took support of this green line. You see right here, it took that support, which was 317. Here it come to 318.19 and it went up. Again here it's around 3, if I extend this line, right here, 320, it gives some strength for it to go to 326 and 332. I think by that time, this green line, which is a 12 EMA, will also match. On the downside, a break below 320, it will test 315 and it will come around 310-ish. So again, same neutral and short. Buy above 320, stop loss is 317, target is 326, 332, 40%. On the short side, sell below 300, 17, stop loss 320, target 315, 310, 60%. And this 310, if it breaks 310, it can easily come around to 300 area as well. So 310 to 300 areas. It can easily come if it breaks it. Apple, now I'm going into the stocks. But as of now, I'm expecting a bounce in the market. Last night, the bounce was there, but it could not hold on to it. Today, it made a hammer. Like it is coming from 182. It came and now exactly at 150.70 it closed, made a hammer. So when you have a hammer thing at this time, and there is a gap, it should go and first fill the gap and try to test the 12 EMA. Trend is still negative, but I'm just calling it neutral for now so that I can take a positive trade. So I am buying Apple 151. Stop loss is today's low 149.50. Let me just take it. Target is 154.80. Because I'm expecting a run into the FOMC, so there's a possibility 154.80 and 158.90. 60%. AMD. AMD is holding this area. Like it's negative for sure, but it's holding this area. And if I change to Heikineshi, it's well away. It came and tested this trend line. So now 102.50, 102.60 is an area where I would love to uh, go long. I would go short if it breaks this 99.50 area on AMD. As of now, I am looking to go long with a stop loss of 102.80. So again, I'm calling it neutral. Buy above 102 or 103. Stop loss is 101. Target will be this area 105.40, where it has find some resistance, and the 12 EMA 108.90. If it loses 99.50, it's a short. Amazon, we did short this morning, and it almost came and filled the gap exactly to the point and bounced off this line. It's managed to hold on to this 12 EMA, which is 29. So I think it will push higher with the stop loss of 28, 30, 35 area. But it's a very strong resistance support for Amazon. It has held on to this multiple times. It's making a head and shoulders, and it broke down, came and tested this level, and it's bouncing right from it. So if you see, it came all the way to 2700, 2817 today, and then held on to that level. So I would love to see 2900. Actually, I'm positive on Amazon because it has filled the gap. I want to buy above 2850, 2836, 2900, and there's a possibility of 3000. I will go short if I lose 2836. Okay. So BA has been a disaster for so many months. Like it's playing in this range and trying to break here, failed, trying to base here, almost tested the 12 EMA right there, and then came back, which is a bearish sign. But one important thing, that's why I converted into this piece. This is making a M, and I think that M is complete. It tested right here, it tested right here. Now it should go and do something like this. First it need to test 190 and then test this area. So the dodgy coming from 218 here confirms a possible morning star pattern. So I'm really inclined in BA that there may be something positive coming on it at 176, 178. So potential morning star one day. Still neutral because it has to break. Mm. And again, these are the stop losses. If you hit the stop loss, you need to just reverse the direction. That's why these stop losses are there. Sandeep, I think Amazon almost filled the gap, but I will just check once again. Amazon had a gap of 2805, 2817. That $10 gap, I can still think that's okay to move. It's good if it can do 2875, but I think it should be fine here. Because you see, we have two support areas right here. So at this area, $5 gap can still live. It may come down maybe sometime later. But if it fills that and goes up, and one of my theory is if you keep a small gap, it means you still have that strength. If you fill this gap, then you lose that positive momentum. So let's see how it holds. As of now, I am bullish on Amazon. Like this morning, I was short, and now I am positive on Amazon. Thank you, MTN. I had fair share of my rest, so not exhausted anymore. So coming back to BA. So BA, as I said, it's possible setup. My stop loss will be 173.50. I'm going to buy above 176. And this could be a swing which can be potentially useful. Looking towards 183, 184 area and 190 area. Baba. Baba has come to a level where there is no level. Yeah, I need to just delete everything. There are no levels for Baba. If you look at this 5-year chart, it is a disaster. So I am just taking 1-year chart right now and creating a regression channel. So in this regression channel, because there's no bottom as of now. And I don't know how much more it's gonna take for Baba to do any, because the 12 EMA is at 97. It's trading at 77. I don't have a support until 60 area. So either it needs to break above 83, because people asked about Baba. I'm still going to be short Baba, or because there's a huge, see, even if you look at all these candles, or if you convert them into Aiknishi, there's no single candle where you can see any signs of strength. It's just sold, 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 and sold. It's getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. We need to have one dodgy like this just to tell me that yes, the selling is done. As of now, I don't think so. It's done. It will change if it breaks above 83. So I'm still short here. Stop loss is 83. Sell near 80. Target is this target is right here. There's no stopping here. Target comes around 61. So I'll just take around figure 70 and 61. If it comes higher, just sell Baba. Many people are invested in Baba, and that's what I've been saying for last 2 years. That when the market reverses direction, you will end up with losses you can't even imagine how they came up. All these companies, which were growth companies, they were nothing but fake asset demand, which was created by Fed by infusing huge amount of $1 billion into the market. Now they are not being infused, and look at all these companies. Like there was a time when every dip was bought, and now every sell is sold, every rise is sold. So keep in mind this market. Do not try to buy leaps. People are trying to buy leaps. You will end up understanding the real market, and that will be the cost of. See, you need to buy leaps when you are sure on the market direction. When you're sure, and in a bear market, the positive squeezes are there. They are there like 5%, 6%, and then again they are sold. So it's not easy to trade a bear market. So if you try to buy leaps, you will buy a leap, let's say at 100. You'll buy a leap for Tesla 1000 call at 100 for next year. It will go down, you will come to 70. When it come back to your price, it will only be 90. When it goes down again, it will go down to 60. When it tries to bounce, it will only go up to 70. You will lose both sides in leaps in this market. So think multiple times before you jump onto leaps. Cat, cat is holding really, really well in last couple of weeks, and has been a see no single candle where it has not shown any weakness. After a very long time, cat is able to come and hold this 215 area. 215 area is solid support area for cat. It's making higher highs, higher lows, and there's no sense of weakness. So cat is positive by near 216, 217. Stop loss is 212. Target is 220, 225. Higher. Costco. That's another stock which I was interested in. It took the support today for 12 EMA. It's kind of like in a range in last since its earning. It's kind of making a bull flag. Like if you see here, it's kind of making a bull flag. Like if I draw it properly, let me clean it. It's kind of coming. It's a bull pennant flag. So there is a possibility we may break out. Stop loss is 524. 524 is the stop loss for Costco. Target is around 536. And if market moves, Costco will be the first one to move. Because in any case, Costco is kind of a defensive stock in this market. So I would not be discouraged to go long on Costco. Buy above 529. Facebook. Facebook is like right here in this zone where it's trying to find a base. It might try to test the 12 EMA. It has not tested the 12 EMA since the earnings. It's tried its best, but still making newer, like lower lows, lower highs, not showing any strength. But if it comes to 197, I would love to short at that time, not at this area, because it's coming to a well support of Fibonacci. In case it goes above 190, 50 area, it will be positive, but not at this moment. So let me just change and see normal candles. Normal candle is like a dodgy right here. So I'll take that as a neutral for now because I want to sell it at the rise. Stop loss is 185, 82, 185. Today's low and today's low is lower than yesterday's low. And today high is 192.29, yesterday's high. So it's making lower lows, lower highs, but it's making a dodgy right here. So I would consider 185 as my stop loss. And buy above, buy near, not above 187. Target will be 190.50 and 197. 60%. I don't want to do FSLR. I want to do Roku. I was observing Roku for a reason today, or Oracle. We can do Oracle. Roku we can ignore. Oracle has inside day today, and they have posted some good earnings, and since earnings they're holding on to this level, which is really good, and they're trying to make a W. This is the W. So if it crosses 78 area, or if it comes to 76.50, I would love to add this Oracle. It's a slow mover, but it's one of the better stocks at this time. Stop loss is 76.50. Target is 78.80 and 80 area. Like when market is not supporting, look out for the stocks which are defensive. So Caterpillar is defensive. United Healthcare, Walmart, Costco, they need to be added. Google is really weak. Like since it hit 3030, it's just making down moves. It's out of the regression channel. It's taking like 2534. If it holds, that will be a Fibonacci area. If it bounces, the potential is towards 2660, which is a 12 EMA, and 2675, which is a 34 EMA. But if it loses 2534, because right now it's trading 2519. If it loses 2534, the next area is 2461, 2400 on Google. So 2534 is really important. Tomorrow, if we lose, because right now, even after hours showing some strength, tomorrow, if it holds about 25.34, that should be a good area. Otherwise, just short it if you want to short Google. I'm just mentioning short below 2490. 2490 is the stop loss here. Buy above 2834. Target is 2616, 2675. Not 60%. CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike is one more company which has shown some good earnings, and even after like market is losing the momentum, it's holding onto this gap. It's kind of managing that risk. So definitely making lower lows. It was an inside day, and then but it did not follow through after the inside day. It's kind of making an evening start. So a loss of 183 will be an area to gap fill. So if market loses, CrowdStrike, like if you want to add it around 171, that will be my thought, that if it comes at 171, or otherwise you can sell it here and wait for 171. So buy the dip at 170, 173 area. So I'm shorting it. I want to sell this because there is a massive supply zone here for crowd, and uh, it was not showing it just because they have increased the guidance. It just went up and had this gap, but could not hold on to that. Either it goes over 196, then I will become positive, or it comes to 171. In between, it's not a good trade zone for it, but I'm planning to short it with a stop loss of 183. Sell below 181. Target is 171 gap fill. And in case you want to go long, you need to go long above 183 with a stop loss of 181 towards 196. That's another trade if you want to take it on the other side. ITSI is also like, it has filled the gap of the earnings, made a hammer and hammer at the bottom. So if it holds this area, because right now you see the trend is clearly negative, it needs to take out 136 to become positive. But we are almost $14 away or $18 away from 136. So it's a sell on rise, but it need to rise. So again, it's a trade. If market goes higher, it might support that trade. I want to go long at 122. Stop loss is 116. Target is 137 and 147. I want to short this. Either you can like wait for 137 to short it, or if you want to ride to 137, it's a choice. JPM, along with the banks, JPM, Wells Fargo, like they have seen some good correction in them, and now it needs to. It's an inside day JPM. If it breaks above 134, it's gonna go and hit. Just change. It's an inside day. Stop loss is right here, 128. If it go, like, I'm just considering this area, 132. It's neutral by above 132 because it will break or break down because it also has a gap right here. This gap needs to be filled. This gap was filled previously, but this gap is still there, and there's a very minute gap. So in case uh, something is positive about 6 occurrence of rate hikes or 7 occurrence, banks will really jump. So I'm just including bank in case something happens. I'll be very positive if it breaks 135. Then 143 is open for bank. Right now I'm just trading for a very small trade, 135, 135. It's only one target. Microsoft has been a weak kicker, but somehow it's like you see, it's coming to important Fibonacci level 270. It comes test 278. It comes. It's kind of holding it. Now there's a 285. If you want to sell it around 285. If you want to buy, uh, you should not be selling right here at this time because it's at the support area. So I'm just taking that cue. Again, it's neutral. Buy about 278 for a target of 285. You want to sell at 285. Stop loss today's low 275.50. I'm just taking round numbers. Nvidia is really coiling here. Like 218 area. This is a good buying zone for Nvidia. So I don't know what happened. It's almost 1% up in the after hours, but Nvidia is in a good buying zone. And the stop loss for it is around 212. Like it's trading at the stop loss area as well. Previous 3-4 occasions, 1, 2, 3, 4, it has seen some serious movement from here. Right now there's a very small gap which was there, which was filled now, and there's another gap which is at 148. So if it loses 209, 208, it's gonna go and fill 148 gap. So this is really important area for Nvidia. 209 is an important stop loss. Buy near 213. Target is 218 or 219 and 227. Below 209, you will see a disaster for Nvidia. UPST last time it came to 79. It almost came to 79 today. The low was 85. At this time, like last time I said, I'm looking to add it here. So if it has to bounce, this is the time for it to bounce. Stop loss will be big, but it's like 85. And you need to buy this above. This is 96 area. Like it's a buy above 96 and stop loss is 87. If it loses 87, you need to short for 79. Target is 97, 96, 60. And 100. Again, neutral. I've also picked up United Airlines. You can pick Delta, American Airlines. I'm choosing them because the crude has finally eased off and the COVID related guidances are also eased out. It's making a bullish pennant here. Above 35, 36, it should break out. So I'll be a buyer, and it's also making a bullish pennant UL. So my stop loss here will be this area 34. Buy near 35. Target is 37.47, 750, 41 possibility. Tesla. Tesla is like struggling really, really hard. And this is at the Fibonacci level. Now the next support comes at 733. So in case tomorrow it holds 779 and above, it might hit 825 area. Otherwise, it's going to come to 733, 686, 690, 700 area. So need to be very careful on Tesla. Tesla is not the same kind of mover in terms of option like it used to be. You can seriously lose money on Tesla. So play with spreads on Tesla. So Tesla is again like neutral. Let me just check on the market. If market goes up, Tesla might move. Like it means the stop loss is 779. It's pretty defined stop loss on Tesla. It needs to break above this area. If it goes above and hold this, only then need to go long, and go long above 790 area, which is like significant gaps. Target is 825, 845. Let me add the other leg for Tesla as well. See the short side. I'm including both the sides for Tesla. All right, I'm pretty much done. Okay, so let me just read the comments 1 second. I'm not doing the interaction because it's losing too much of focus. Nvidia, I also had a loss. I still have positions open. Thank you, Jeremy. Hi, Money. Hi, Kiri. Yeah, 4130, 4140 is really, really important area, Mark. It needs to break and hold. Like 4250 needs to be broke on the higher side, and 4130 should be held. If 4130 loses, we are going down. QQQ beer, yep, possibly. Gold has fallen down a lot since testing. Like it was trying to make a cup and handle on the monthly, and even here on the daily, it's trying to make a cup and handle. If it comes to 1929, do not miss to add gold. 1929, 19 area is a really good area for gold. Yep, no worries. All right, thank you very much. I'll be sharing this information over the Twitter. Let me know if you have any questions.